absolutely drilled it between the posts. 31 points to 7. Ireland job done, bonus point, and they march on now. They can look forward to Twickenham in 2 weeks' time, Donal.
Yeah, I think so. Look, you're into the third phase of the Six Nations now, back-to-back games. They go to Twickenham, which is going to be tough. Then they host Scotland here. It wasn't perfect, but in some ways, Hugh, I think that might actually work in their favour because, they'll be disappointed despite the fact they got the 5 points out of it. So a lot done, but more to do.
Ireland 11 wins in a row in the Six Nations. They've equalled England's record from 2015 to 2017. Full-time score at the Aviva. Ireland 31, Wales 7. Jackie, all yours.
Hugh, Donal, thank you. And look, job done, Jerry. I think that's probably, as the lads put it, job done. Lots done. Probably more to do, I think, for Andy Farrell.
Yeah, I think the second half didn't go as Ireland probably would have liked it to, and I think that comes down to maybe some discipline issues. But I think you got to give credit to that Welsh team. They never give up. They showed an awful lot of character, an awful lot of fight. They're a very fit team. They never went away. And when Ireland were ill-disciplined, it brought the Welsh back into it, and they put up a good fight. Just great to see Ireland finishing strongly though at the end.
Yeah, good to see them finishing strongly, Stephen, because they certainly lost their way midway through that second half.
They certainly did, but the reason for that was just a lack of discipline. And we've seen in the first half how under pressure Wales were when they give away consecutive penalties, and that's exactly what Ireland did. But there was a couple of moments where I think Cian Healy held them up over the line with 75 minutes on the clock. They put their bodies on the line just as much as Wales did in defence. And I think that'll be a real pleasing thing for Andy Farrell is how well they defended at certain times in the second half when the going got tough. And as you said there, Jackie, to finish off with a bonus point try at the end. That's 3 bonus points in a row. And we know we have to go to Twickenham in a couple of weeks' time to try and get our hands on another one, but they finished the game superbly, and hopefully we can carry that forward now.
Yeah, and to be fair, 15 points from a possible 15, I know it was the target, but it's a lot easier said than done to actually go out, and even almost with the last play of the game to do it is the resilience of this team, Jamie.
Yeah, it's a huge achievement, and to particularly in that second half not to have a great run of it, but shows the quality of the side to stay in it and then get the bonus point at the end and stay in the fight. Pretty messy though. I mean, they 4 penalties given away in the first half, Ireland, and by the end of the game they've 13. You know what I mean? It's you can't do that against better sides. They'll punish you. Wales, you actually feel for them a little bit. You feel like they should have got a bit more return. We were expecting Ireland to be a lot more ruthless in the second half, but look, they've gotten the win, they've gotten the bonus point, they've got 15 points now. They've got a break. They can kind of reset, and they were pushed hard and they earned that win.
Yeah, for Wales, Jerry, when you were looking at that second half performance, it's 2 weeks in a row they've done that. They've come out fighting. They've shown that. You wonder if they could get themselves together and be a first half team as well. They might be able to do something here. Yeah,
well, that's the discipline aspect of it. I think the progression for them is just adding a little bit more in their attack, because they play with a huge amount of passion, and that's not being patronising to them. You would look at their team compared to the Irish team, and you would say that they're underpowered going in, but they tried to match Ireland as much as they could. They got overpowered in the first half at the scrum and the maul, but they didn't give up. They just got to progress their attacking game.
Yeah, well, they certainly did, but it was Ireland who were in control, and Bundee Aki has been named the man of the match. He is with Clare.
Bundee Aki, congratulations. You are the Guinness Six Nations Player of the Match. Lauren McKee is here to make the presentation.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bundee, you've made it 3 from 3, and you even snatched the bonus point win right there at the death.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest performance from us. We were ill-disciplined, and that's big ups to Wales. They played incredibly well, and we're not a finished product yet. We're going to keep improving, and we've got another week to try and get ourselves better.
You really had to weather a really good Welsh spell there at the start of the second half.
Oh man, you got to give it to them. You know what I mean? They're building something special, and you can see it out there today. And look, they put us under the pump there in the beginning of the first half, and especially in the beginning of the second half. So I'm not sure. Look, we've got to dust ourselves off and make sure we get better.
You had a try ruled out, but we saw, especially in the first half, some very big carries for you, some big turnovers, which you seem to really enjoy and celebrate.
Oh, sure. Look, all the lads are making it easy for me, so I'm just getting the little pies at the end. It's pretty unfortunate I didn't get the try, but sure, look, as long as we got the bonus point win, and we've got a lot more to improve on. Yeah.
3 steps from 5 now, and you're staying on course to complete another clean sweep.
Sure, look, we've got to take it week by week. We've got a week to improve on, and then we go from there with England over in London. So now looking forward to it.
Congratulations, Bundee.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks, fans.
Asher, look, as he says, he's not getting carried away, Stephen, that's for sure.
No, he's not. He looks like he could go another 80 minutes there. He is an absolute machine. We know he's been playing some of the best rugby of his career for Ireland over the last 18 months, so it's good to see him on form, and he definitely led by example today, especially with his ball carrying. It was exceptional.
Good to hear him saying there, Jamie, as well, though, look, we didn't perform well. It would be worse if he'd have come out and said, oh yeah, we're delighted to come away with the win. At least he's coming out and recognising lots and lots for them to clean up there too.
It's kind of hard for them not to. It wasn't a great second half by any standards, and we talked previous to the game about them holding themselves accountable to their standard, not other teams, and that second half performance definitely wasn't at it.
No, it certainly wasn't. Let's hear from the Ireland captain then. Peter O'Mahony is also alongside Claire.
Peter, a record equalling 11th successive win in the Six Nations, but I presume in part of that performance not as you would have liked.
Okay, Ken.
Look, I'm never going to stand here and turn your nose up at 5 points in a competition like this, you know what I mean? That Welsh team, young team and hungry to impress and improve all the time, and I thought their defence was a credit to them today. There was times where we had them under squeeze, and a little bit of our inaccuracy, but at the same time I thought they defended really well and shut us out, and some of the discipline, first 10 minutes of the second half, disappointed with some of the penalties we conceded, aren't something that we want to get stuck into, but overall 5 points, happy days.
Yeah, two contrasting halves, I suppose. Why was that? What was the difference second half?
Well, look, what was it, 17-7 up to 67, 68 minutes, so it's a highly competitive match, you know what I mean? That's exactly what it was. Look, there was certainly bits of that we can improve on and get more accurate and maybe have a bit more intent, but as I said, we're a long way down the line. That Welsh team probably isn't, to be fair to them. But at the same time, I thought their defence and some of their attack they showed was a credit to them.
Yeah, and pleasing for you, I suppose, to have kept pushing for that fourth try at the end there. Could be important.
Yeah, look, we're always going to stay in the fight, and we know points matter in this competition. You just don't know what happens, and not only points on the scoreboard, but points in the log as well. And 5 points and a good healthy points difference again. Very important.
I suppose I'm pleasing too to be winning all the time and still to have improvements to make.
We know we're you're always chasing an immaculate performance, but we know we're not going to get there. But every time, whether we win by 2 points or 20 points, we've always stuff to do. We can always get better and improve. So that's always the way with the boys.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.